Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Guys, it is time to talk about a big ol' Civivi. This is the Civivi Mastodon. That's a really good name because dinosaurs are big and this knife is big. I mean, we'll see when we do our measurements and stuff. But I do have to first thank the Apex Pass Around group and we in Civivi for providing this knife for review. Thanks to we and Civivi, and thank you once again to the Apex Pass Around group. Absolutely awesome. So we are going to talk about the Mastodon. Now, if you remember, I did have the mini Mastodon on here before, and not quite as big. Obviously, it's a mini, so that one, I think, I'll just tell you right now, I think I preferred the mini over this one just a little bit, but we'll talk about it. Black G10, also available in red and in green G10. Now you do have, Civivi has really never ever let me down as far as their fit and finish go, and it's the same on this one. Stainless liners, G10 back spacer. Now on the mini there actually is a Damascus version, carbon fiber Damascus version, which is very nice. You've got the Civivi pocket clip. This is, to be perfectly honest with you, the Civivi pocket clip is probably one of my favorites. They do them real well. They fit me well. Basically, no matter the size of the knife, it seems like the pocket clips always fit me pretty well. Recessed pocket clip screws, we like that. Lanyard hole, there you go. There you go, it is ambidextrous, so it is right or left hand tip up carry. Let's take a look at, let's take a look at our centering. How's our centering? Guys, this is a big old blade. My goodness. Yeah, centering's good. Right on. It is a flipper, as you can see. We do have jimping all around. Jimping is okay. Probably not the best I've ever felt, and definitely not the worst. It's not sharp or anything like that. It does grab a little bit, so not too bad overall. We're going to give it a flip. Yowza. Look at that. Now, action. This thing is going to drop because that blade is massive. Now, I will say one thing about this. A lot of times when you get these big old blades, and stuff, the detents, okay. Can you inertia drop this? Yes, you can. It's a huge chunk of 9CR. Yes, 9CR18 on the blade steel. Yes, you can. But you do have to kind of work at it. You have to kind of try. It's not like it's just going to flop out there on you. Detent is pretty good. You've got a huge chunk of steel, so once you get it moving, yeah, it's not too bad. If you have a little bit of angle on it, it's going to come out and lock up on you. Now, it's not going to rock it out there because that blade's got a lot of weight. The blade definitely helps carry it open, don't get me wrong, but it's obviously not one of the most snappiest knives in the world. But the detent is really not bad, guys. Not bad at all. It's pretty darn close to dead on, I would say. That's my opinion. You can agree, you can disagree, but it's not bad. Not bad. Now, like I said, you've got 9CR18 blade there. Really nice. Kind of stonewash to it. Hang on a second. Let's see it. Does that help? I didn't kill my overhead. So yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it. I'm trying to show it to you without blinding you. There it is. That's what I wanted to show you. Nice stonewashed finish on it. Again, big old cleaver blade. You got this really kind of defined point that comes out there from the cleaver. So if you'd call that an elongated, I can't call it that, obviously, because I can't speak. An elongated cleaver. You got to definitely have a very nice forward finger choil on it. So you can get forward on it and get a lot of good, you know, if you were going to do some chopping or whatever. Now, if doing that, I don't know if you can see there, but only the blade's touching to right about here. So you have pretty much at least half the blade. You would pretty much, now you could use it in a grip like so and do some chopping. Then again, you know, just with the belly and the blade, you might want to be off the table and do your chopping if you're going to use it in that aspect. Because, I mean, it is a cleaver. I mean, that's what they're made to do. So, completely off to do. You do have your cleaver hang-up hole there, which that's always, I always like to see when they do that to cleavers. It kind of keeps true to the blade shape. But now, the one thing I wanted to check out was that point, that elongated point. How close does that come? Now, if I mean, I am, you'll notice I am trying to stick my finger in there. I'm trying to. Okay? So if I really, I might, did I? No, I don't think I did. But you have to try to. Now, that was definitely a concern point for me. But, I mean, you're not gonna, you really have to try to be able to get yourself with that. Anyway, let's get some measurements. Now I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here because this big old knife, we need some room. So guys, look at that. That thing is 9 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 inches. Fully open. Officially, blade length is 3 7/8. Yep, certainly is. 3 7/8, so that gives you roughly about a 3 and, oh, it's got about a 3 5/8 inch cutting edge on it. Your handle length, whatever that is, 5 1/8, yeah, right about there. So, all in all, it's a good size knife. What's your grip length? Grip length, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Grip length really is, surprisingly enough, for the size of the knife, you've got about a 4-inch grip length. Can you grip and hang over without much discomfort? Yeah, you probably could. Now, my hands are not that large, obviously. I have plenty of room left over on that handle. I mean, I have a good, there's my 3 3/4 inch hand. I mean, you can see there on the natural grip, I've got a good 1/2 inch at least left over. So, y'all with big hands, here's a knife for you. If you like cleavers. If you don't like cleavers, well, then it might not be for you. All right. Whoa, doggone. See, it's too big. It's too big for me. And trust me, I'm going to tell you that here in a minute. Without me dropping it, hopefully. The PM2, yeah, it pretty much dwarfs the PM2. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, right now, I mean, it's not bad, but I don't have any other knives in my collection that are 9 inches long because, you know what? I don't carry knives that are that big. The PM2 is probably one of the bigger knives that I have, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, we'll just throw the bug out up there for the heck of it because, well, yeah, we can. So, and here you go. Oh, here we go. Let's do this one. I have this one from the Apex Pass Around group. We got a Civivi knife. How about a Wii knife? There's the Wii, the Wiimote. It's a Wii knife compared to that Civivi. Holy cow! But yes, that is the Wiimote. You will be seeing a review on that shortly as well. Let's get a weight on it. It's hefty, guys. It's got some weight to it. Let's see, what do we got here? We have 5.8 ounces. Yep, definitely got some weight to it. 164 grams. It carries, I mean, well, we'll talk about that here in a minute as well. But, yeah, Civivi's deep carry clip, you betcha. It's gone. It's not going to show. It's all good. Definitely good retention, pretty smooth in and out of pocket, for sure. Overall, well, Sorry, I forgot to shut my door. Yeah, it's really, really too big for me to even really consider carrying for any length of time. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It's just a lot larger than I would like to carry. The other thing about when it's in your pocket is this is really wide. With this blade, I mean, what are we looking at? We're looking at, I mean, it's nearly 2 inches wide. So just for the heck of it, let's see what the PM2 is. I mean, the PM2 is 1.5 inches. So, I mean, but in the pocket with this portion up here, it rides at the top of your pocket. For me, it pushes the knife out more into my pocket. I like to carry my knives in the corner of my pocket. And with this sticking out here, yeah, that's not going to happen. It pushes it out. And as far as the build and everything else goes, I mean, it's a Civivi. It's Civivi quality. It's a good build. I mean, it's very comfortable in hand, even for such a large knife in my typically smaller-ish hands. I mean, it feels good. It really does. Again, the clip, not an issue. I don't think I've ever had an issue with a Civivi clip. This style of Civivi clip. Yeah, the action is good. I mean, like I said, it's not super snappy, but it's good. Your detent's good. Yeah. Other than the fact that it's just this portion of the blade, it just kind of causes me a little bit of, I don't want to say hate and discontent, but definitely some discontent. Now, well, here, let me show you. If you remember the CGRB Crag, let's see if I can find it here. I know it's here somewhere. Probably should have had it out before now. Alright, where is it? Well, I'm not finding it at the moment. I don't want to take up too much time. So, yeah, well, okay. Well, we're not going to look at it. We're not going to keep digging for it. But anyway, if you remember, the Crag had that, and BJ Hill, he chopped it down and made it, he basically took this portion out and just made it a really nice kind of, almost a bigger sheep's foot blade, like that. I really like that. But yeah, basically this whole portion of the blade right here, yeah, it's just too much. I don't like the way it forces it to ride in my pocket. That's just me, though. You know, everything else, it's a Civivi, good quality knife, well built. It's just, yeah, the carry for me, and obviously, if I'm not going to carry it, yeah, well, okay. You know, that pretty much solves it right there. What do these guys run? $55-ish? Yeah, 54, 55. So for 9CR and in good quality Civivi knife, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Again, agree, disagree, that's fine. Whatever you choose to do. But the team, blue, little red, I mean, we're going to give it an 8 because it has everything it should have. And maybe some of, you know, y'all with larger hands, you might like it a little bit more. But for us, I mean, 8 is as high as we could really even think about going. And to be perfectly honest with you, if it's a knife we're not carry, we wouldn't even like to carry, I mean, that might knock it down to even a 7.5 or possibly a 7. It's just, if it's not going to spend time and if it's not going to get pocket time, there's no use of having it. And to be perfectly honest with you, this knife would not end up in my collection just for that reason. So, it's a good Civivi. It's just not for me. So, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks again to We and Civivi for sending it out, letting us check it out. And thank you for the Apex Pass Around group for the opportunity. And thank you guys for checking it out with me. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.